Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to a staple of the channel from years ago. We haven't played it recently, but Unity of Command is one of my, one of the games that I feel like I'm always coming back to, and maybe that's because the developer keeps releasing new DLC packs or whatnot, but it feels like you'll go 6 months without playing, something new will come out, and you'll fall back into it for a little bit. And it's a really interesting turn-based war game. It's kind of beer and pretzels, but it's sort of added layers of complexity over time. I wouldn't call it simple, but it is approachable. And the reason we're going to be playing it today is because we have a new DLC out, as I sort of hinted at. There is a DLC, which I don't know if it's the last one, but there's a new DLC out here. I didn't see, I guess it's Victory in the East, it's this one. Sometimes the naming of these campaigns is not very clear, like when you go in here, it's not always clear what I'm picking, although I guess now that I look at Stalingrad, Moscow, Kursk, those are all pretty self-explanatory. Citadel, I guess that's Kursk, but they could just say Kursk. Anyway, Victory in the East, Berlin. Okay, so let's do that now. My loyalty to the fatherland. Yeah, you're goddamn right, it's in question. I just quit him. Alright, Victory in the East. By January 1944, the Soviet-German front appears vastly different from what it looked like just a year ago, as the Red Army has spent the last 6 months prying the strategic initiative from the claws of the Wehrmacht and doggedly pursuing it as it flew. Unlike early 1943, there will be no German counteroffensives or strategic pauses. The fight will continue no matter the weather or enemy resistance. So this appears to be a 44 to the end of the war. It is a 25-turn campaign. So the other campaign that we started briefly, the German campaign, I think that's like a medium or mini campaign. It's 7 scenarios, but the Soviet Victory in the East campaign here is a full 25 scenarios. So the two campaigns combined, you got 32 scenarios in this DLC, which is $12 plus obviously you need the base game. But let's go ahead and start normal. So I'm assuming this will include both Bagration and then also the final push into Berlin. Ooh, everything's red! Okay, winter 1943 to 44. The tide of war has changed. The Atlantic sea lanes have been secured. Goodbye, U-boats. And preparations for opening of a second front in Europe move forward. In the Mediterranean, battles rage as the Allies hammer the Gustav Line. In the East, the Soviets have been on the offensive since the failure of Citadel. The Red Army has liberated great swaths of land and forced the Dnieper. Now it is winter, and Stavka prepares to lift the Siege of Leningrad, while persisting its offensives further west into the Ukraine and Belarus. But the ultimate goal of the United Nations remains unchanged: the total defeat and unconditional surrender of the Third Reich and its allies. Okay, is that the whole write-up? Alright, here we go. So we have many different headquarters now available for us. It looks like eventually there will be a northern headquarters, but in the south we start off with the 5th Guards tank, 2nd tank, 6th tank, 4th tank, 3rd Guards tank, and 1st tank. We have cards that we get to start with. Free transport of ZIS 5. Great, it's free, I need it. I'm not a big air recon person. It can be useful in the game, but I would rather go for the IL-2, another ZIS, and I guess I don't really have a choice. These are just going to be the cards we get. All of them. We're going to get them all. Okay. Alright, that's spent a little bit less than 100 of our prestige. You can see up here we have 465 prestige left. That prestige can be used to upgrade the various headquarters of our armies. Bombardment, I think, or suppressive fire. Where's so set piece attack is all the way over here. That is one of the most useful sort of traits to have for an army, in my opinion, to break down fortified enemies. What are all these headquarters starting at the same? Great. Do I know... Is this how many battles you use them for? No, that's just the number of the unit. Okay. Also, designer notes. I don't remember them doing this in the past, but they got a little write-up for each one of the headquarters units down over here on the right. So, suppressive fire can still be useful. So can the create a pontoon bridge, though. I don't know, in this initial... Does it tell me? I wish I knew this initial subset of battles which HQs were all going to be involved. Can I find out? Does it not tell me? Oh, wait. So some of these are not... These are just maybe AI. So it looks like we've got the third... We've got the 5th Guards and the 6th. 5th Guards and 6th. The 2nd only takes place in the 2nd battle there. And then we've got the 4th, 3rd, and 1st. So I would say the 5th and 6th tanks are the most immediately valuable. So the 5th and 6th. Alright, so I upgraded these guys heavily. Let's also do the 6th. And we'll do 25 prestige on logistics to give them better range on their trucks. I might be shortchanging some of these other HQs, but I do need to save a little bit of prestige so that we can upgrade units during battles and make them a little bit better. So we'll hold off on spending the remaining points. I guess maybe we should do... Let's see here, the 4th, 3rd, or 1st. So we did the 2nd, or the 6th and the 5th. Did I do the 6th and the 5th? Or, yeah. Alright, so... I don't think there's any HQs down here. So I guess the 1st, maybe? I'm not going to spend the full amount, but I am at least going to give them suppressive fire. And we'll save 65 prestige to upgrade our units in the coming battle. So we'll go ahead and end the conference phase here. And apparently we're fighting in Leningrad to start, which... Is that the only... Oh, we can start with Korsun. So it wants us to start in the north, where we don't actually have any permanent headquarters, so this must just be like a one-off with sort of non-core units that don't carry over from battle to battle. Interesting. In the south, you've got Korsun Shavinsky, which is that previous battle we talked about, but I guess we'll start with the north here. Maybe we'll earn some prestige that we can spend helping out in the south. Situation in the northwest direction of the front remains difficult, and although the defeats were inflicted on the Germans last year mean a lot of their capable troops have been pulled out from this quieter area, they still have tough terrain, fortifications, and vast artillery support to foist our next attempt. Foist? Isn't that when you foist something upon someone? I would think thwart would make, whatever. Attempt ending the siege. Alright, so let's go ahead and try and liberate Leningrad here and see how this goes. Okay, the balance is tilting in our favor, and your immediate tasks will be to use Lake Ilmen for a landing that outflanks Novograd, which hopefully will facilitate the liberation of the city. Taking Chudovo will collapse the enemy front between Novograd and Leningrad. The Oranienbaum bridgehead has been greatly reinforced. Use this strength to create connection to the city and break out moving toward Kinsep and Luga. Thank you for the resub there, Lar. Appreciate the support. Okay, so we have one air attack available to us in this particular scenario. It's 2B. This is headquarters down here. 2nd Baltic. The Leningrad front. And the Volkov front. Do we get reinforcements? We have no reinforcements. The enemy will get quite a bit. They'll get 2 infantry divisions, I guess turn 1. They'll get another panzer unit on turn 2. 2 panzer units, including a grenadier unit, and another infantry division on 3, and another infantry division on 4. Our goal is to win this battle in no more than 11 turns, although to achieve a major victory, we have to take Novigrad by turn 2, Krasnogorsk by turn 3, Chudovo by 3, Godov by 6, Luga by 8, and then we've got secondary objectives for sort of a real major victory of Narva by 8, Ropish by 2, and Stara Russa by 7. So you get like different perks for accomplishing those objectives. Seemingly this battle seems to mostly be infantry. The Germans do have mechanized forces here on the far left flank. I don't see a whole lot of armor. Now you do have armored units attached to some of these guys. So like these guys down here have engineers. We've got some armored formations, like this division has T-34s attached to it. So things to consider. There is apparently no deployment phase, so I don't even get to spend prestige to improve these guys. I suppose I can't even do that, can I? Yeah, so I guess I don't have to worry about spending prestige to do that. Alright, so first objective, Novgorod by 2. We get more prestige if we do this faster, so this is right over here. Germans are dug in, but not fortifications. So as a reminder, these 3 little brick things in the circle represent a fort, basically. The units with the little shovel icon are entrenched less. It doesn't look like there's a major river here preventing us from attacking, so we don't have to pontoon or anything. So that's nice. I'm a little worried the Germans might drive us back down here near Starorussa, so maybe we won't attack there quite right away. Because we're a little under strength down here in the south, it feels like. What's the supply situation look like? Everybody is in supply. We've got multiple depots here along the front line. We've got 1 supply, whatever, in reserve. Alright, so these guys have engineers, but they also have some artillery. We'll do a set piece. Well, actually, let's wait on that. Because I only have, what, 6 command points to spend? Alright, so let's do this. The first objective is Novgorod. Can I... Oh, God. Okay, let's do a set-piece attack down here. So we did take some suppression damage, but we managed to drive the Germans out of Novgorod with that set-piece attack. We can move these troops in. They do have Su-76s, which I believe are self-propelled artillery pieces. So we'll take Novgorod immediately. And then we did take 1 casualty driving that division back. We also do have this amphibious unit down here. I didn't even notice here. We've got a rifle brigade. Go ahead and land south in Novgorod. I guess that's the only place we could have landed. And finish off that enemy division and overrun them. So the Germans will probably counterattack near Novgorod, but we've at least secured the southern flank here. And this says 0-2 just with a regular attack. That's interesting. We did take some suppression damage, but we actually got an overrun. We didn't take any casualties, and we got an overrun, so we'll go ahead and attack again. Again, we didn't lose anybody permanently. We just suffered we had another overrun. So in theory, we could move up here and attack the guys up here. I wouldn't mind doing like a suppression, but I don't see that as an option. So I guess we'll move down here to secure Novgorod itself. So I'm hoping we've secured down here. The supply situation looks like they should all still be in supply, which would be nice to mark that off and not have to worry about an enemy counterattack. I don't know if that's really true or not, but... Meanwhile, Chudovo is the objective by turn 3. Let's do a set piece. Well, that was pointless. We didn't do any real damage to him. We took a little bit of suppression damage. So instead of attacking Chudovo at a with no advantage, I'll inflict casualties on the 3rd Luftwaffe division down here. And I didn't lose anyone permanently, so at least that's good. Breach. So drove that enemy division back here north of Chudovo. Alright. So the right flank, or I guess the southern flank here, or I guess, and this is more the center. I felt like we did okay there. Also are supposed to take... Krasnogorsk go up by turn 3. Got a suppression, and we breached. Oh, so there is a river blocking our attack here. Okay. Good to know. Okay, good result there. Push those bad guys back. Advance into the gap here on this main line. Let's pull these guys off the front. They don't look as strong. Swing this stronger division in here. Leave these guys dug in. So we're supposed to take that objective by turn 2. I guess I will just not do that. I suppose we could bomb them. Hey, we took it. Yay! Leningrad front KV-85 added. To whoever we want? Yeah, I'll just add them to that unit there. Alright. There's mechanized troops here that I kind of want to leave those troops in their fortifications to defend against. I'm just a little worried they're going to attack toward this supply depot here at Ronnenbaum. But it is what it is. So the 2 objective 2s by this turn were complete, and I think that's it for this turn. So we'll see what the Germans do. They abandoned Krasnogorsk? Why? They're trying to set us up for a counterattack? They were pretty indecisive there in their maneuvers. Okay. Okay, so we successfully destroyed that enemy division and took the town we were trying to take. I guess the question is where the enemy counterattack's going to come from. I suppose maybe this is up in the north where they're going to have most of their counterattacks. But we just took another objective. We're supposed to take Chidovo this turn. Reached him at least. There we go. 2 set piece attacks and then a breach. Took that objective. So we only have 2 more major objectives, Godov and Luga. Assuming the enemy doesn't counterattack here and retake the town. Staria down here. We've got time to take either of these objectives, but it does feel like we should be trying to weaken them a little bit. Alright, we'll concentrate some troops on that objective. We'll see if maybe we can approach them from the north. Ugh! I did not want to lose that engineer unit. That made that attack not worthwhile, in my opinion. I should not have done that. Engineers are very valuable. Alright, so we're taking all the objectives we need to in the north. Narva is an objective by turn 8. This has to be one of their better divisions right here, just based on size. Nice. All right, so they can't attack. So we drove them back, badly beat them up. Extend our line a little bit toward Chidovo. Okay, so we've kind of started to break out in the north here. Again, Luga is the last... Luga and Gdov, the last major objectives. We've got till turn 6 to take them. But it feels like we're starting to break out in the north. I think we might have issued orders to everybody who needs them. These guys should all have supplies. So I don't want to waste the supply that we've got. I also don't particularly want to use the cards that we have. So we'll move forward here and see what the enemy does here. Germans are being pretty passive to this point. Falling back on the other objectives rather than counterattacking. They will get some major armor reinforcements either this turn or last turn. I'm not sure which. We got a 0-3 and an overrun. 0-2. Nice. So we advance. Now this is a scenario we gotta be careful not to overextend because they do have armor. You can see they've got 3 divisions that could all easily gang up on the 109th Rifle Corps and perhaps drive them back. But we did manage to take a level 5 depot for them. That's gonna hurt a lot, I would think. And now it's been so long I can't remember what the command is. Here we go. So by taking that level 5 depot, almost their entire front line is going to be out of supply next turn. So that is a big deal. Okay, that'll probably accelerate their withdrawal along the front there. They keep re-digging back in here. Nice. Okay, we were able to bomb that town without turning it to rubble. Corner overrun, 0-1 overrun, 0-2. Alright, we destroyed 2 German divisions there. Push these guys up, we'll take a 0-2. Okay. Alright, so we've broken through in the center here. Gonna need to move some of these headquarters up. Move them into Novigrad. You can see their headquarter radius is pretty solid here. So all their units will be in supply by the looks of it. We've turned these guys south to try and cut off Straya Rus. Corner overrun, 0-3 overrun. They're not. dug in, so let's just try bombardment. The nice thing about a bombardment is I'll just take the free prestige, is I can move them after bombarding. Okay, 0-2 overrun, and they leveled up. So I don't know if the enemy armor is going to try and push north out of Luga to try and attack the head of my advancing column. Frankly, it's probably what I would do. I don't want to make any foolhardy attacks here and take casualties just for the sake of taking them, especially since most of these guys are going to be out of supply and they can either withdraw or not, but if they don't withdraw, they'll start to suffer for it. And also, these guys are going to be out of supply for 2 turns, so these are going to lose even more effectiveness. Do we have a recon flight? We don't. I'm going to use one of those cards for air recon because it feels like it could be useful here. Okay, nothing there. Good. We'll take Kun's ship here. Okay. We'll wait to attack them till next turn. Kinship may invite a German armored counteroffensive toward them. That lead unit there is a little bit exposed. These Marines, a little bit exposed. But if they're going to attack anywhere, I'd rather they attack over there. Let's use our depot here to expand the size of the depot here to make sure the troops in the north are all in supply. The rest of our troops all will be, because they're all on rail lines or close enough anyway. All these troops in the north are still in the Leningrad headquarters range. Volks front still. Okay, so everybody's in a good position there. Still have a couple more turns before any more of the sort of preferred timelines. Alright, so we're going to start to see probably some bridges get destroyed to try and slow us up. Alright, so these German units are going to be out of supply for a second turn. We can actually, the 18th Army is out of communication with anybody. The troops in the south are still in supply, interestingly enough, the German troops. Damn it. Alright, I need to get these guys in supply. They should be in supply, they just have disrupted supply up there. Alright, so they can't dig back in there again. These guys cannot be in a fortress next turn. We got till turn 7 to take Rusa down here, so still have a little bit of time. think... Alright, let's do this. Let's overrun that German army headquarters. Alright, so we drove off the enemy on the Luga beachhead. Actually, we destroyed them. I'd rather these troops be driving closer to the main line objectives, rather than dealing with these surrounded Germans. But it's always good to reduce them as quickly as possible, I suppose. Okay, let's try and drive them south. I don't really know where to put these guys. Okay. So next turn will be turn 5. We have till turn 7 for these secondaries. So that one, we've already got the troops kind of in position. We have 2 turns to get there. That feels less optimistic. Ah! Alright, so German armor and infantry just wiped out the southernmost infantry unit there. First example of some German initiative we've seen. This is 5. Russo, we have till next turn. Let's bomb these troops. Didn't do anything great. Well, we're attacking Luga directly now. Narva, we have till turn 8. I don't know, I'm a little nervous about trying to advance these guys. Alright, we'll use the smaller ones here to try and wrap these Germans up. Be cool if I could throw them on boats. Maybe you can, I'm not sure. Maybe that's the purpose of the Marines here. Alright, so we've got till turn 6, which is next turn to get down here. We kind of got to push now. I'm sure we won't get there in time. We're not close enough. I mean, we don't lose if we don't get there. We just won't get a major. Curious what the German armor up here is going to do. If I was them, I'd move north to Luga to try and save that objective. Hey, Roscoe, how you doing? But they may want to try and save Stara, I'm not sure. Okay. Alright, how are we doing on supply? Some of these guys are probably pushing the limit here. Well, most of them are still going to be okay. What about the fronts here? Nope, don't do that. Now this armor may move in here and cut our troops off, but I'm not as worried about that. Alright. Okay, we probably should move the Leningrad front forward. Everybody's in supply there. Let's see what happens. Well, they drove in behind us and are threatening to retake Novigrad. Interesting. What's the intel say about over here? Yeah, I won't get there this turn. Okay. Nice. Okay, they drove them out, and we get the extra. We get the extra card. How's that a 2-to-1? They have no supply. I don't understand sometimes. So this armor's cut off. These guys are gonna dig in, hopefully, to prevent the... Can the enemy move this way? I don't know if they can move in behind us. I'm hoping not. Alright, we took Luga. So this will be just shy of like an actual gold medal victory, most likely. Because we've taken most of the objectives by their sort of required date. We won't get to Godov by then, though. Well, maybe we did. Narva, we have 2 more turns to take and hold. We might be able to do that. Assuming they don't retake Luga this turn, but that's why I moved the unit in that I did. I suppose they could still counterattack and retake Star Russia, but we'll see. Alright, on the turn. What are the Germans going to do here? Alright, so they break the encirclement in the south by pulling troops back through the empty cordon lines. But they didn't really do anything else. Their armor's cut off here. These guys need to supply. Okay, thank you for the supply there. No, none of these are carryover units. So fuck it, I'll just take the losses. So they'll probably move one of their stronger units into Narva next turn, which is the turn we have to take it by to achieve a major victory. Obviously we didn't do that this turn. Nice. Wiped out that mechanized unit for minimal losses. Guys on rail lines stay in supply. So see if we can take Narva next turn. If not, the battle's over. Assuming they don't counterattack anymore, but I don't think they have the strength to. Oh no! Oh wait, that's south of Luga. Okay. I'm happy if you want to waste your time destroying a unit that is not integral to my plans. I'm playing this one maybe a little more loosely than I would if it had carryover units. Okay, the German armored unit got destroyed. There you go. Good job, guys. Hey, they left Narva unoccupied. Okay. There's your victory. Assuming these guys don't starve, but I think it'll end as soon as I hit the end turn button, maybe? Man, that air attack didn't do anything. Okay. Should link those guys back up on supply. All right. I suppose we will see if the enemy does anything to us. I don't know if they have any troops that can get to Godov this turn. Or if the troops actually lose their... Oh, they don't. Okay. So one they did destroy a division with a counterattack from their mechanized forces there in the south. But, victory, I guess. Objectives complete! You're victorious! All primary objectives have been completed, and there are no more bonus objectives left. End the scenario. Yeah, there's no reason to stick around. So we ended up getting a gold star for primary objectives, all taken on time. We also got a medal. First a spark, now a fire. Okay. 29 enemy KIA, 52 prisoners. We lost 26 units, 14 infantry, 12 special. We didn't have any actual armored formations there. So, nice little victory in the Battle of Leningrad, which is the first in the Berlin game. So that's the first one, and again, none of those units carry over. I still can't invest there, but we got a nice chunk of prestige. I wonder if that's the intent of that scenario, is just to give you prestige that you're going to need in these follow-on attacks. I'm not sure, though. So the next one would be Korsun Pocket. Alright, and I think that's all we've got time for here today. We've been going for almost an hour, so we'll wrap it up here. That is Unity of Command 2, the Berlin DLC, just came out 2 days ago. We just played the battle or liberation of Leningrad, and now, you know, if you want to see more, we will proceed to the offensives in the south. Let me know if you do want to see more, but that's going to do it for today. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Leave your thoughts below, and until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.